Welcome to Married AF. We are your hosts, Brooke and Randal Fowler. On this show, we discuss the topics that really matter.
Like big veiny cocks and our favorite TV shows.
So pull up a chair at our kitchen table and hang out.
While I bulldog my nuts. Hey there, Dick Sucks. Are we live? Are we live?
We'll fucking do it live.
We'll do it live then.
Yes, we're live.
Howdy, dick sucking motherfuckers. Good to have you back. I did survive my surgery. You're welcome. I had major surgery 3 days ago. They didn't think I was going to pull through.
Wasn't that like 4 days ago by now?
I don't know. Carpal tunnel release. Don't let the name fool you. It's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually pretty smooth. Everything went pretty great. Can't really complain. The arm was dead for a day.
No, things didn't go smooth because you know why? There was no fucking food in that goddamn hospital.
Yeah, I don't even really consider it a hospital. It was like a...
Can you quit making smushy noises with your mouth with that dip?
It was like a poor man's...
It was next to something called a hospital, and they performed surgeries.
In case you flatline, they move you to the real one.
I mean, they put you under anesthesia and perform surgery. It's a fucking hospital. No snacks, no cafeteria.
I didn't even see a vending machine.
No goddamn vending machine. And we were there for all the crucial eating times for me. So you couldn't eat because you had to have surgery, obviously. Mm-hmm. But I had to just chill. And but about 10 minutes before they came and got me to tell me you were done, the little nurse came out with a basket full of, chips and shit. And I damn near, form tackled her to take all the snacks. I remember swallowing an entire bag of Cheez-Its without even opening them. They told me to eat something, and I think I just ate the entire bag of Cheez-Its. Yeah, so now I know when we go back for your left hand and elbow in a month or whatever, I'm going to bring a backpack full of snacks and a Mophie charger because there was about one outlet in that waiting room. It's a subpar hospital and waiting room. I mean, that's a good hospital. They took good care of me. Yes,
it is a very it's for the low risk surgeries that are very
your
close to a sure
was...
thing. It's definitely the you're going to be in and out. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't be any fuckery. Bye because they didn't do shit. Usually they really check you before they let you go home. They didn't even. They were like, "Sir, you're conscious. Here you go." No,
I was shocked at how quickly your surgery was over, and then you were in the car with me. It was alarming, but you were more with it than you were after your nose surgery.
Nose surgery, I was still. They shouldn't have sent me home yet. I was just ready to go because the bed was for a small person. And I mean a dwarf or whatever the political correct word is. No, you just mean something,
not your width.
No, and I didn't have my widths about me.
It wasn't necessarily the length of the bed. It was the width of the bed that you didn't fit into at that hospital for your nose surgery, which I'd be curious to find out how many hospitals we haven't been to in the Atlanta area for you to have surgery.
They're all different.
I feel like we're hitting them all.
Except for the ones close to our house. So it'd be nice.
For Northside Cherokee, which is one exit away. That would be fantastic. But
they were good though. So anybody that's has carpal tunnel release on the horizon, it's not a bad surgery. It's really pretty nice. I was a little alarmed the first time you look at it. It was a little shocking. I thought it was going to be a little teeny tiny because he had put that he was going to try to do it endoscopically, which is just 2 puncture holes.
Well, but you have giant meaty paws, and so...
Of course, but the lack of pain, remember I hadn't seen it yet, and I was like, I feel like you did it endoscopically because it really doesn't hurt. And then we opened it, and I was like, no, he opened the whole hand.
Yeah, that's probably another reason you weren't supposed to take off your bandage. Sorry.
Probably not, but it's fine. I mean, once you look at it, you can't unsee it, but it looks great. The stitches are good.
I think it looks fine. I mean, to me, it just looks like it would be so itchy.
It is itchy. That's the downfall.
It doesn't look painful to me necessarily. It just looks like, oh, that would be itchy as fuck.
That and the nerve block lasts for decades. When they do that on your arm, it is a doozy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, we might want to say this is Married AF.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say episode 80, I think.
Oh, nailed it, sir. 80.
Well,
you're right.
Do a shot to the doctor, what was his name that did my carpal tunnel?
Jonas, like the Jonas Brothers.
Yep. Dr. Jonas.
Okay, I have this blue raspberry this time.
I've got watermelon again because it was the better of the ones I've tried.
Blue
I hated the blue
smash.
one, so I'm looking forward to seeing your reaction.
Well,
Jello shots.
We don't like the same things. Cheers.
Cheers.
The blueberry's good.
Tastes like these things are loaded to the tits with liquor.
They are. That's why they're dangerous. Did you see John just rolling around on his back a second ago?
No. I'm not a fan of the Jello shots. They're not terrible, but they're not delicious. But I do want to say we are proud members of the Civilized Creatures Entertainment Network. Mm-hmm. Home for your favorite shows and podcasting. Mm-hmm. Most talented motherfuckers on planet Earth.
I feel like I got that Jello shot all over my face.
We have the pleasure of having the company of shows like Drinks with Larry or Drinks and Larry.
Drinks and Larry. Unbelievably Stupid podcast.
Absolutely. Pub Shenanigans.
Conversation X.
Bearded Dad.
8-Bit Closed Fist.
Yep. And Brilliant Observations.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is the current lineup of Civilized Creatures Network. We are friendly, of course, with some other great networks. That includes Inner Circle Podcast Network.
And NSFW, which is back.
In
full effect.
Back and naughtier than ever.
Yeah.
Jody B has turned that into a
it is called
orgy.
NSFW.
He has taken it back old school NSFW. It's for real NSFW.
I don't really. I mean, all of our shit's NSFW.
No, he's aiming for the sex.
Oh,
like that's his whole.
So what? And what's this other one? This NSFL.
That's Dave's Patreon only.
And it's
Dave's also NSFW now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man Brain is.
Yeah.
So this NSFL is, which I heard on Who's Right today. It's just Who's Right and Man Brain, Blunt Mommy, and Shit Happens When You Party Naked.
Yeah. And it's a Patreon only content.
Okay. Get that money, y'all.
Oh, yeah. No, they're, but yeah, NSFW is all kink now. That's what Jody wants.
Is Priory Society on there?
He has asked them. I don't want to confirm or deny. I don't know
I mean, it seems
it would be a great. Those two would be great together. So hopefully they're looking at doing something. I think Jody's a smart enough man to look into that. Hopefully, but
we're all friends with them. On
of course,
Twitter,
we're all friends with all of us. I mean, we're all a big network of indie podcasters that are friends.
Because I don't know what other kind of network they would be on besides like one, like NSFW or one with us. Because like I don't know if there could be though. I don't know if there is there enough sexy lifestyle podcasts out there about swingers and all the other lifestyle things to have a network of their own?
You know the answer to that because how many swinger Twitter followers did we gain?
Never
when
mind.
We started being friends with
those are
Priory
all
Society. They're everywhere.
And those are all the ones that if you look at Married AF in Apple Podcasts, it's like you might also like.
Well, we have tons of
swingers with huge dicks. So yeah, like
Cajun swingers, African swingers,
wife swap podcast.
Swingers from the Northeast.
Wait, I want to see what it says today, actually, because I was dying laughing when I saw that. I was like, "Oh, this is what we're related to," which I thought was fucking great. And I think Priory Society was on there.
No, there is plenty of swinger things picking up nowadays, good for them.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, that's, it's a community. It's of a large community.
Yeah. And they fuck each other.
It's, now it's, you might also now it's all our friends. It's shit happens when you party naked. Hello Life, WTF. Oh, Cinemondo, Po Boys, Bickerbots, Unbelievably Stupid, Simmons and More, Off-Color Discussions, I Shake My Head. It's literally, and then here's the one. Here we go. Here we go. Now we get into Just Keep Swinging, Nerds Who Swing, Swinger Stories, Bed Hoppers, Two Married Sluts.
Ooh.
That's what I was talking about. So that's great. So we got a bunch of our friends and then all the swinger podcasts.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And that's your update on the indie podcast scene and network scene. But check out all those. There's a lot of good stuff going on with independent podcasts right now. And check them all out. But check out ours first. And Civilized Creatures is the best. Subscribe and rate. Do it soon.
Do that in the microphone.
And again, want to give a bump to our newest shows on the network. We got Pub Shenanigans and Brilliant Observations. Those are the two newest. Both are great shows.
Brilliant Observations is John's on there, isn't he?
He is. He is a co-host on there, and I believe producer, which John produces every show on planet Earth. Mm-hmm. But Pub Shenanigans, again, if you listen to them, you're going to love it. The shit is hilarious. They are the most rascally group of middle-aged dudes that are just funny. And what's great is Eric and his wife just started an after show that airs the day after. And they uploaded episode 1 today. And I listened to it, and it's fucking great. Where his wife gets to retort all the bullshit that they talked about when it was the 4 drunk guys at the dinner table.
Like a reaction podcast.
And she's awesome on the mic, and she's super well spoken, and so a lot of cool shit.
And
going
not
on
drunk, maybe, but like they.
No, she sounds like she likes to party, but I mean, they go. They have a wide range. That's what makes their group so interesting. Is it's like everybody's group of friends. You got the guy that goes too hard in the paint, Adam, in their group. Mm-hmm. He is a rascal.
Is he single?
I don't know if he's single, but he is a drinker. Mm-hmm. And he had a line in their last episode. He said, he was drunk. He was like, this podcast started with just the both of 4 of us on a cell phone.
That reminds me of Frank when we went snowboarding, where he said, I broke all my elbows.
Yeah. It's hilarious, man.
Both of the 4 of us.
Yeah, so if you like our show and you like some of our buddies' shows, check out Pub Shenanigans and leave them some feedback and follow them on Twitter. They got some funny shit going on. Good country folks like to drink and power fuck all day.
So why are we here? Can you tell me why we're here so we can get on with it?
No, we're here to provide content to commuters and listeners.
Can you tell me what said content is going to be?
Looking for entertainment value, because we provide that.
No, you're not providing me with my answer.
Oh, no. I mean, we got to talk about, before we jump in, we got a lot of listener questions tonight.
So that is the content.
Yes, but I want to get everybody caught up on anything else that's happened. I want to go ahead and spoil the new Avengers movie for everybody. I don't know. Haven't seen it.
Everybody just
wanted to scare you.
Everybody's heart just skipped a beat. Yeah, Susan's going to see it tonight. I don't know if you saw that on Facebook. I'm jealous. It's like Beth went and saw it this weekend with Braden, and my dad was asking her about it on Facebook, and she's like, it's a little over 3 hours with the preview, so probably a little long for you and Mom to go to. So yeah, we're not going to see that with Gunnar. We need to either wait for that shit where we can bootleg it or like something, or me and you just need to go see it sans child.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm in. I want to see it, but I don't know if I'm that in.
I don't know if I can get you to sit in a movie theater for 3 hours.
That
if I'm being honest,
a big in, but Game of Thrones supposedly is some big shit. And I wish I could like that. I wish I could like it.
Yeah,
because I tried so damn hard. I don't get it. At first, I wanted to like it because I thought it was about Vikings, like real Vikings. But now, I find out they have magic dragons and winter wonderlands.
I mean, they're not necessarily magic dragons. They're dragons. I mean,
so that makes it real.
It's like medieval times with dragons and lots of tits and ass and fucking.
And killing. And doesn't Jon Snow die and come back from the dead at one point, like early in the show?
I saw that on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested. It sounds intriguing. And I've heard it's one you have to like power fuck your way through the first couple to get yourself hooked. Similar to like people said Ozark was, and I haven't been able to get past episode 1 of Ozark. They say you got to get through episode 1 or 2 and then you're in.
Yeah, no, I like Ozark. I watched a few episodes of it and then I just couldn't. It's it's hard for me to watch something that you're not watching because it's not like I can.
That's both of us.
I have a whole lot of time.
Be in.
Right.
100%. It makes it hard to. You can't. There is no individuality in our shows anymore. We both have to like them. Well, I don't know. I think we should give it a go. Some point, see if I can.
I'm just going to force you to watch Game of Thrones at some point because I've been wanting to watch it for years. I knew it'd be a tough sell with you, even with all the boobs and stuff.
I wanted to. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh, it's too nerdy." I want to like it, so I'll give it a go.
You like all kind of nerdy shit with me now, so
I do.
Don't even play.
Tons. I mean, I'm down with the Avengers. Totally. I used to not be into anything that wasn't
a rom-com.
If it wasn't nonfiction or a rom-com, I had no interest. So it basically had to be either a documentary or a romantic comedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I've roped you into a lot of the murdery true crime stuff. Because I'm like, it's a documentary about people that get murdered.
No, we watched that Ed Kemper thing was cool that we watched on Netflix.
That shit is my favorite. When it's a bunch of footage of the actual person being interviewed, because I just love seeing, like, he was fascinating.
He seemed nice as fuck.
Yes. And even the people that were like the cops that arrested him and the lawyers that worked on the prosecutors were like, he was the nicest fucking guy and would just talk you and like there was one guy that was like, I feel like if somebody would have tried to harm me, and he called him Eddie, mm-hmm. and Eddie would have been there, he would have come to my defense and my aid. Like, they really didn't, it was hard for them to see him as the evil being that did that shit mm-hmm. to his mom. And like, that one was super fascinating to me. That guy is, and he's still alive, chilling, 70 years old.
If you want to see what having real mommy issues is like, look into Ed Kemper.
Yeah, the thing we watched was called Kemper on Kemper. I forget what channel it was on. The ID channel, I think.
I don't know. It was great. It was like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was fun. All right. Well, I want to jump into these listener questions so we get to them because we got quite a few tonight. First one. Hey, guys. Holly here from Toledo. I found your show via the Full Release podcast.
Sweet.
Shout out to Full Release, by the way.
Fuck Mandel. Mo Mandel and Dr. Ashley Winter.
Dr. Ashley Winter's killing it, by the way. Going on Dr. Drew and shit.
I know. Go,
fucking
girl.
Killers. By the way, we launched both their careers. Just so everyone
Pretty
knows.
sure Mo Mandel already had a career.
Maybe a small one. But nothing but love for those guys. Shout out to them.
Yes.
I'm glad to have you as a listener. I love when you two answer marriage questions, so here's mine. My husband's 28. I'm 27. Been married 5 years. Had our ups and downs. Last night, my husband told me that he downloaded Tinder for a couple of hours. Then he deleted it.
What?
He said he spoke to 2 different girls and that the conversations were nothing more than, hi, hey, what are you here for, blah, 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 me too, blah, blah, blah. Do I believe him? No. Said he felt regret and deleted it. He apologized, told me he loves me and that it was stupid. He cried like a bitch, told me he doesn't know why he did it and that he's an idiot. Said he loves me and wants to be with me and that he was just insecure. He suggested marriage counseling. I said no, I want a divorce.
What?
I know that technically he did not cheat on me, but I just don't know how I'm supposed to trust him after this. How could he do this after everything we built? This sucks. I feel like I can't stay with him. This isn't something I feel like people do once. He's going to do it again. Can I forgive him? Fuck, anyone want to shed some light? I'm so numb and lost. What do you guys think? You want to go first?
That's intense. Like, that went way further than I thought.
Let me go first on this one, only from the guy's perspective.
Sure.
Then you can chime in.
Mm-hmm.
Her gut instinct is right.
Mm-hmm.
If he's telling you, she didn't find it. She said he told her. He's telling you as a preemptive strike to something's about to come out. So either another woman is threatening to like tell you about it as the wife. That's a preemptive thing on his part to say, hey, babe, I had Tinder for 2 hours, deleted it, sorry. Thinking of a guy, that's a preemptive.
Yeah, that was
attempt.
My question was like, where did the admission come from? Like out of nowhere?
Oh, it's bullshit. Her gut is right. She's like, I don't believe it.
Like
no.
Straight out of nowhere. Because that would be trying to get ahead of something for sure.
My whole thought. Sadly, I agree with her. It's tough.
Unless it's like she came across it and then he was like, oh, but if he just came out of nowhere and was like, oh, hey, by the way. I mean, that's clear as day. He's trying to get ahead of something that's coming down the pipe so that he can, try and convince her that, oh, no, it's fine.
I told you.
Yeah, but I told you that it was just, these bitches be crazy, baby.
That's preemptive.
Yeah.
Sadly, I think there's more coming.
I think there's more to the story. If she went straight for, I want a divorce, I think there's more to the story. Like,
I think that might just be the cherry on top. Like, she's like, I've known he's been fucking for years. Yeah. I'm sick of this motherfucker. That's
That's the straw that broke the camel's back, for sure. That's what it sounds like to me. I'm with you. That's, you got to trust your gut. I mean, it's...
What a dirtbag. You know what? I have no sympathy for that shit. Guys that have, or girls. If you have dating apps on your phone, there's no excuse for it. If you're married... There's no you can't just, I just wanted to look. That's such bullshit. I mean, I get it that people are going to use that excuse.
Yeah.
It's just funny, babe. I just like to look at it. It's funny. It's not for real.
No, if you want to look at it, look at your buddies that's single.
Or be single. That's the best thing. Be single yourself, Go ahead and end this shit.
Hey, but you know what? You're not.
I know. But I'm telling you, we know from experience, if you're wanting out, get out. Like, everyone is going to be better off if you just go ahead and...
No, but it sounds like she's just nipping it in the butt right now. And
no, props to her. I agree.
That's a brave, bold move to be like, fuck you, I want a divorce. This is done. Because clearly there's been some shit brewing in both of you. And so... Yeah,
she did say they've had their ups and downs. So that could mean...
Well, everybody's had their ups and downs.
Of course, but who knows what that means? We don't know their... But shout out to Ohio, another Toledo, Ohio in the house.
That's where it was from?
Yeah, Toledo.
What?
So we got, hopefully y'all listen to Drinks with Larry.
Oh, I'm sure they do. If you don't, check them out. They're your local Cleveland podcast, Cleveland Steamer podcast.
I mean, I wish I could do there's no way that I can't bro code on anything on that. Like, if her gut's saying to be done, I think that's right. Just fuck it. It's a pretty stupid thing to just come out and lie about or admit I had it for 2 hours. It's already deleted, so she can't confirm or deny that.
Nothing's ever permanently deleted off the internet, though.
Well, I think that, but...
Like, even if he deactivated his account, I bet she could go on, create an account, and find him.
I am telling you, what I love about technology that I used to hate when I was younger... And now I have no idea about it because I don't keep up with it. Is I know for a fact, because you set up my phones all the time, you could get into every single thing I ever get in. You probably already have it, and I don't care. I love that.
I don't do anything behind your back.
I know you don't, but I say you could, and I don't care.
You tell me to do all this shit for you.
I love it.
You don't know how to work anything. So
I'm just guys need to understand that. Like, if your digital footprint's real.
Yeah.
And so,
well, it's a whole new, I can't even imagine being in like the dating scene now. We've been together so long. Everything has evolved leaps and bounds just since we've been together in whatever, how many,
with technology and how much everybody's interconnected and stuff.
You had a fucking flip phone when I met you.
I know.
And you loved that fucking thing.
I did.
You did not want to get...
I did not.
I remember the first time I like damn near forced you to get an iPhone. You were like, God damn it.
I did not like smartphones.
You were not happy.
And I still don't like them because of how much you get addicted to them. It's unreal. Yeah. Guaranteed it's what caused my carpal tunnel disease.
Oh, please.
I am disabled now because of these smartphones.
Shut up. Okay, so back to our listener.
Right. Holly.
You go ahead, Holly. I am proud of you for being strong enough to just fucking shove it up his ass.
Yeah, I like that. Calling a spade a spade.
Yeah.
I dig the vibe from your question. I like the confidence. And
I like the confidence.
I like that he cried like a bitch. That sounds real. I can picture that whole scenario in my head.
Angry,
she described it well.
She's angry. She's not, that to just call him out like he cried like a bitch. She's pissed. He clearly fucked up. I still want to know like what he was trying to get ahead of, like what was coming.
Yeah, write us back. Yeah. I want people that write in to know they can write us back.
Yeah.
If they don't agree with the advice
For
or
sure.
if it is proven right, write us back and let us know. I am interested.
I want some follow-up to see what happens with this, and then I want to know if we might need to get you on some kind of like secret date on the Drinks with Larry podcast once you're single and ready to
Brian.
go.
Hook you up with Brian.
Or they could do the thing like they did with Stephanie.
But with Brian.
Okay.
He's the only one that's available.
Sure. I meant like to the listeners. Like I got you. We'll make sure he's not a psycho that's going to kill you. And
yeah, we can't promise that with Brian. He could be a killer. But you'd have a good time. I say go out with Brian to the Corkscrew Saloon.
He's super smart.
For some seafood and chops.
I don't know where Toledo is in relation to Cleveland.
Medina.
Or Medina. Whatever.
John, you stink.
Medina.
John stinks. Fuck me.
He crop dusted me and Gunner too, by the way, earlier. We were in Gunner's bathroom and he walked out in the hall and was like, Mommy. Oh, and John was nowhere in sight. It was bad.
All right, here's this question. Brooke, my wife and I, this is fucking so weird. My wife and I, but we love you, listener. Brooke, my wife and I often have tickle fights to be fun and playful. During the tickle fights, we often tickle each other's feet.
Okay.
I always have bare feet while she always wears socks. I often do not have socks out of the laundry to put on, and removing socks is less work than getting socks to put on.
What?
I asked my wife to remove her socks to make it fair, but she did not, and she got annoyed. Was it wrong of me to ask her to remove her socks during our tickle fights? You need to call in Almy. Almy would be devastated by this question.
Well, Almy hates socks in general with any type of foreplay, because it sounds like foreplay. If there is any chance of sexy time imminent, Almy wants all socks to be burned. Mm-hmm. However, I think this is an adorable question, and I love it. I think it's not unfair, or I don't know why she got annoyed with it. I mean, maybe like her feet are super cold, or maybe she has maybe she's super ticklish on her feet, because I know that. And I get in tickle fights with my 5-year-old, but not with my husband because he's not ticklish. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a super, super weird question, and
I think it's cute, but I don't know why she got annoyed. I mean, maybe just move on. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this question overall and in general. I'm creeped out.
It's silly.
It's joyful. It's weird.
Uh-huh.
I feel like they're sinners, but I don't know why. I feel like he might kill people because
it's not and I say not normal. It's not like, are they planned tickle fights or
are there knives involved? Because the way that he planned it out, to the point I was all on board with the funniness of it till he was like, I didn't have socks available to me because I hadn't done laundry. It's way more work for me to have to go put some on than to ask her to take hers off.
Why haven't you done laundry is my question.
And why are you putting that much thought into the tickle fight?
Yeah.
What's on the line with the tickle fights?
Is it like our hall ball game where it's like there's a uniform and
are there repercussions?
There's scorekeeping and referees. Like, how serious is this?
I don't know, bro. And who has the feet fetish? Because if it's mutual, then go on with your bad selves.
Is it just feet tickling? Because then it's definitely an unfair advantage if she wears socks. I mean, but if it's all over tickling, find somewhere else.
Let me look back at the question.
I don't think it said.
No, it didn't. You're right. It's just like general tickle fights.
Yeah. So
why are they both going for leg locks and hitting the feet?
Figure fours.
Why is the feet the target?
Yeah, go somewhere else. Go to the rib tickles.
Or why aren't you just like, oh, I'm sucking your tits, I'm tickling you.
Weird.
Oh, weird. Here's my wiener. Weird.
Weird. Tickle my wiener.
All right, so I have nothing on this question. I can't get in that mindset. I don't know. Tickle fights? I'm not a tickle fighter.
I mean, that's what I mean. Literally, the only person I have tickle fights with is our 5-year-old, and so it's not. I mean, it's just like a childish thing.
I don't know what would make me feel more silly: having a tickle fight with you, or putting on a bunny suit to have sex with you.
Either one would be silly
I feel
to have with you.
Equal amount silly mentioning.
I can't even like. It doesn't. To me, it wouldn't even enter my mind to like start tickling you.
I'm 245 pounds. I would just lay on you.
Right. Like I do it to Gunnar to wake him up in the morning. If he doesn't want to wake up, I'll like tickle the bottom of his feet because it wakes him up faster. Again, he's 5. So I don't, it doesn't occur to me to do it with you. So I don't know, but
I don't know, bro.
It sounds silly.
We're garbage on this question. So I guess
Sorry,
all we can say
is
if you don't want to wear the socks, man, quit making shit about the socks.
Or make sure you have some fucking socks around and put them on.
Or quit being lazy. Take off your fucking socks. Who cares? We've wasted more time on this question than it would take you to pull off your black socks.
His wife, not him. Because he doesn't have socks, remember? He's the one that...
You're right. Oh, you could have pulled her socks off.
Right. And be done with it.
Now, if she's telling you, like, screaming no, like you're stabbing her, then she has a thing about her feet being exposed, and leave it alone.
And that's just, it's an insecurity thing about her feet or something. She needs a pedicure maybe for Mother's Day, if you have kids.
Freaks. Thanks for the question.
5 stars,
yes,
please.
5 stars.
Review.
Always. All right. If my fiance, who's 25 years old, has slept with all of her exes and did all kinds of kinky shit with them, but wants me to wait till we're married, what does this say about our relationship?
I don't know.
I don't think it really says anything. She could just be tired of fucking around. Maybe she wants this to be real.
Well, that could totally be it. She could be more serious about you.
Sure.
And all that ridiculous fucking all the time.
All that glorious fucking and enjoyment was strictly a defense mechanism.
That could totally be it. She could be trying to connect with you more on like a real emotional and spiritual level.
Could be friend zoning the fuck out ya.
How is she his fiance then, babe? That's not a friend zone.
I'm just giving this poor listener.
If she's marrying him, it's not a friend zone.
Options.
Maybe you're not that good in the sack.
Well, she wouldn't know. He hadn't got to have it with her.
Wait. I thought it was just she just didn't want to have it all the time. Not at all?
Wait till marriage.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, she did all this. She had all sex with every one of her exes and did all kind of kinky shit with them. But wants me, her fiance, to wait till marriage.
Ugh, sounds like an STD.
Ooh, could be. She could be clearing up an old leaky faucet. Sounds
like she's got something going on in the hoo-ha area.
Or she could just be needing old vagioplasty and want to tighten it up before.
Or did she? Was her when she was with all these exes doing kinky shit? Was there like any kind of drinking or drug problem? Like
That's
maybe
what I was going to say.
Maybe she's like
problem.
Maybe she's born again Christian.
She could have been sucking that dick for cocaine, and she's tired of those games.
There's so many options to explore. I don't know.
If your relationship is good, I wouldn't make it a deal breaker. Now, me as a man,
no, it's a deal breaker
knowing
for me.
that she's been railed and loved it by millions and not you, I'd have questions.
No, it's just not. That's not for me.
She'd have to explain it. If she could give me a real good answer as her fiance, I would need her to open up.
There's nobody that you or I would be engaged to get married that we wouldn't have already fucked.
I know. I'm talking about advice for this listener, not for me, for this listener.
But you said if it was me.
If it's me and I'm engaged to this woman who clearly I love enough to be engaged to, and she tells me this, I'm not just going to immediately give her the finger. I'm going to be like, you got to hang on. So you're telling me, no fucky for me.
I'm just saying, how did it get to the
for
point?
Everyone else.
How did it get to the point of you asking her to marry you without having sex, and then now you're questioning it? Is where I'm a little confused. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's just people are different than us. Is all I can say to that. There's no.
I don't get it.
It's not logical in our brain, but I don't think you have to throw it away.
No,
until
I think
you get an answer.
You just need to. I mean, clearly there was enough connection though for you to propose to this woman.
Now, if you were proposing in order to fuck Steve,
if that was your plan, oh, you fuck. Yeah, you're not fucked. You are.
She could be calling you on that bullshit card.
Yeah.
If she knows you proposed to fuck ski
to try and get in her pants. Yeah, that's
so many.
That's fucked up on your part, and
her part,
and she called your bluff, and you're blue balls either way. So I don't know. I mean, I think there could be a whole lot of things going on her side that could be, but I mean, it sounds.
No, it could be. I mean, all jokes aside, could be trauma, could be drugs, like you said. There's no way to know for sure. I don't want to cast a.
Could be that she's just trying to start her life with you in a pure way, where it's not tainted by, like, she might see that now, looking back at her past, as sinful, and
because it is.
We're going straight to hell, babe.
Sinners.
And she might be trying to start her life with you in a pure Holy Spirit kind of way.
Yeah. And another thing, that could just be her right now talking that shit that she wants to wait till marriage. You know, she's like anybody.
She could just see how serious you are.
That thing up one night when you step out of the shower all glistening.
If you're even living together. Yeah. How can you live I don't get it. I don't get it, babe.
I don't know.
How can you live together and get to the point of wanting to be married if you haven't tried
separate twin beds?
If you haven't tried on the pair of jeans, how are you going to buy them?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it would.
I don't understand.
That's a purchase that's going to stay permanent.
Yeah, I don't
know. All right. Is it possible to recover from the "I'm not sure I'm in love with you anymore"?
Ew. I mean,
my answer to that's no. I don't think there is in reality.
If somebody said those words, they are so far down that road of separating.
And they thought about it.
Your feelings for, oh, that's harsh.
I don't think so. You can pretend and you can go to counseling and say you're working on it, but if your rational brain has said, I don't know if I'm in love with you anymore, I don't buy it when if your rational brain comes back and says, you know what, I am. Bullshit.
I don't know. I want to believe that you could be convinced otherwise. I think some people might be like quick to just jump off that ledge of like, well, this person's been pissing me off for a week and I don't love them anymore. I think maybe there's a chance. I always want to give love a chance, babe.
Well, that's sweet of you. I say fuck no. It's over. I mean, take that for what it's worth. Just going off my life lessons, that's all I have to go off of.
You would have to want it, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, the person that said, I don't think I'm in love with you anymore, there would have to be a shred of wanting to be in love with that person still. That's where the chance is. If they're already got one foot out the door and they're like, but some people say that in an attempt to like spark something in the other person that will
like spark a change in their behavior,
right? That would make you love them again, you know?
No, I mean, that's totally plausible.
I might be trying to light a fire under them to do something and make an effort because you've told them that you don't love them anymore.
That's a tough one. See, I look between the lines to, I don't know. That's just a death sentence.
It's not a good, I mean, that's rough. You can
say a whole lot of terrible shit. We had old girl from SoCal last week who asked a great question about all the mean shit her husband says when they fight. Mm-hmm. That's nothing. Nothing compared to that.
No, that's a dagger straight to the gut. Like, straight up, I don't love it. I mean, yeesh.
You know, once you start contemplating exiting, you know, it mm-hmm. just, you pretty much, you've exited.
Well, yeah, but I think it also might be a move, like a gameplay. It in some regard, it might be, but
could be. Could be either one.
I think there's a chance. I mean, so it depends on the situation and what's going, you know, but it's a slim chance is what I'm saying.
Sucks for you, though, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
I feel bad for you.
Of course. Terrible
scenario.
And if it is true and there's no chance, there's someone out there that will.
And yeah, and you don't want to be the one that is with someone that isn't in love with you anymore, that's having to fake it or half-ass it. You don't want to be that person either. So it's not fair to either one of you. If
they say that and they're serious, like, it's not like it all depends on the intention of who's saying it. And I mean, I think you'd pretty quickly find out. And if not, then yeah, it's time for you to find somebody that will appreciate you and love you and them too.
Well, last week we had a lot of reaction to the male prostitute story. Mm-hmm. You know, the guy that said, I fuck your wife, spend time with her.
That was from like weeks ago.
Make her blow her load 8 times.
Yeah, that was from
No, it was last week's.
It was not last week's, baby. That was the one that went, as you so lovingly put it.
You're probably right. In most of these scenarios, when I say something like that, you're usually right. So I'm going to go defer to your
100% right.
Either way, had a lot of reaction to that and found another one similar.
Is it as long?
Want to get your thoughts. It's not as long, but it's a doozy.
Okay. This is the last one, by the way.
Our sex life. No, there's one question for me afterwards.
Okay.
Our sex life. When we have sex, it's usually only weekend mornings when nothing else is going on. I see you as the gatekeeper. We only have sex when you want sex. Your desire is almost always the limiting factor. Because of this, I feel like my needs are not important to you. When we have sex, I feel used. Because though I always want to, we're doing it because you want to. outside of those weekend morning windows, I feel disgusting when I try to instigate sex with you. And it so rarely leads to anything, I've largely stopped trying. I feel like something that I consider important to me is largely an inconvenience to you, and that hurts. I want sex nearly every day. I realize that isn't possible or sustainable, but it's how I connect romantically. If we rarely have sex, I feel like that makes us just friends or roommates. That's the last thing I want. I do not want to cheat on you, but I see women on a daily basis that I'm attracted to and would love to have sex with. It makes me feel worse that I don't have sex with you often enough. It makes me wonder why you married me. It makes me think that on those weekend mornings you're practicing maintenance sex, engaging in it just frequently enough to check the box and justify a marriage in the first place. My question is why? If you didn't want to have sex with me, why'd you marry me? This isn't a new problem. It was only masked by our 5 years of long distance. I incorrectly believed that marriage would enrich our sexual relationship and I'd be fulfilled. I am not. The end. Fucking brutal. Brosif.
Sucks for you.
I'm telling you,
Where was
that
this?
is a very well written thing from a guy's perspective. That's why we're such a good fit, because me love ski to fuck ski, and I couldn't imagine being him.
I know.
That doesn't get, that's all the sex you get. I can feel his frustration. I don't like that he's to the point where he's looking at other women and saying that, like, that sucks. But
that's what it comes to.
Him no getting no pussy.
No, you got, here's the deal. It's not only about frequency. I mean, it is, but it's like the frequency also has to come with the feeling.
Agreed.
That you know that I want it and I know that you want it.
Oh, without that,
that's the
totally
point. That's the point. Is that it's not, because I hear this all the time where it's just like, it's just an obligation. Like, why the women act like it's an obligation. Like, oh my God, he's just going to want to have sex tonight. It's like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah, but how nice is it to hear? Because you rarely hear it from the guy's perspective. Like, the reason I like this is he wrote it so well.
No, when I hear any woman saying that side, I immediately think, your husband must feel like shit. Like, and then they just bitch about like stuff that pisses them off about their husband. It's like, well, maybe if you just took a step back and like didn't think of like having sex with your husband as an obligation or check the box, you could actually connect with him on an emotional level. And then some of these other things might not get under your skin so much.
I got no retweets. Absolutely. I agree.
Because that's definitely I think the secret to, because our marriage isn't perfect and there's shit that we fight about and there's shit that annoys us both.
Absolutely.
But overall, I mean,
we've said it for years.
It's so minor that it doesn't even matter because we've
both said it, though, from the jump of this show, episode 1, the importance of a healthy sex life.
Yeah.
This guy just proved it. Of all the problems could have been ranting about in his marriage, and he's being open and honest. That's how powerful it is. And I can't speak for women. I'm not a woman. But for a man, so ladies that are listening and they're not, doing their part in the sexual relationship part, that's how it would make a guy feel. No, that's real.
That's exactly how it makes a guy feel. But that's
the gatekeeper.
That's gonna be the most important thing to a man. But all the other shit that starts getting under a woman's skin, if she would just let the guard down and like not not be the gatekeeper, because that's where like some shit gets fucked up in a lot of marriages, I think, from like an outside looking into other people's relationships. When I see a woman acting like a gatekeeper and like that's what she has control of, that's where you get fucked up.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's where your relationship starts going down the toilet, is because
it's not a good power.
No, you don't
want
want
a place where anyone wants to think they have the power. It shouldn't be a power.
No,
thing.
Don't hold sex hostage. Let the sex flow, because that will make every other aspect of your marriage better. Well, doesn't matter if he didn't take the trash out, if like, or fix
whatever,
something stupid,
sure.
that like that kind of shit. It doesn't really matter. It may get done, it might not. You might find somebody else to do it, but what really matters is actually being connected to your husband on like a naked emotional level. No, that makes all the difference to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and there's always, of course, the outliers. You know what? If her libido is in the shit tank, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have talk to a doctor about the libido thing. Could be hormonal. That's one of the minuscule possibilities for both men and women. If your libido is gone, and you're still happy, talk to a doctor about it. For one, they can fix that shit nowadays. So have that looked at.
And, maybe he needs to try, like we've talked about many, 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 many times. Is he just trying to, like, shove it in there and not take care of her at all?
I don't think so, because he said how dirty he feels when they have sex, because it feels like she's not there. Like he feels
she just
disgusted.
lays there like a dead fish.
Yeah, like that. It makes him feel used, which is strange to say when he's still getting it, but he still feels used because she wasn't in there.
No, and that's on purpose. She's doing that. She's laying there, acting like she doesn't want to do it on purpose to try and make him feel like that, and I just don't agree with that at all. It's such terrible. A bad move. Like it's all you're doing is destroying your marriage. Like it's on purpose when women do that, because it's on purpose in the regard that like they are really annoyed at that point in time because they're having to have sex with you, and it's like they're not just being in the moment and trying to like enjoy the sex and like enjoy their husband, sure, and try and forget about it. 'Cause, like there's probably nights where like you're even like tired or whatever, but then as soon as like the boobs come out and you're like, oh hey, and same thing on my part where I'm like, I might be like almost asleep,
of course it is, and then you're like totally normal, you
need to take your pants off, and I'm like, oh, okay.
There's nothing wrong with a quickie or those. That doesn't say everyone's got to be some marathon passion fest.
No,
because you can have a great quickie, and those are people need to get that, understand that you can be as connected as you are in a marathon in a really quick power fuck.
Yes,
and a 2-minute power fuck is okay sometimes.
Absolutely, just be in the fucking moment with your
Sometimes
spouse.
It's better. That it shows that, hey, let's get this fuck on for 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
5 minutes max.
And we've done them all. So I speak from experience. Those can be glorious.
Yeah, I just don't. It makes me sad when I hear anybody.
Yeah, it sucks for him. I hope that he's getting that resolved, or he's going to be fucking something else. He's going to fuck something.
And that's the ultimate result.
It's sad that it goes to that.
You're
for
pushing them away. Like it's like the tactic at the beginning is, and I've said this I think just a couple episodes ago, women will try and do like the whole cold shoulder thing to like try and get their husband or their boyfriend to pay more attention to him. Like, no, bitch, that's not the move. You don't.
Well, it's games. You don't want to play games.
Don't play games. You don't give them the cold shoulder and ignore to get them to want you more. That doesn't make them. That just makes them like, ugh. Like what? Why? At first they might be like, "What's wrong?" But like, it's not. It's not a good move. It's not going to make them more romantic or more whatever you want from them. Just stop it.
I'm going to save the last one for next episode.
Okay.
Just because I think that's a good one to end on, because we had so much input on it. And give you guys something to think about. So if you're the lady in that scenario, you're a piece of trash. And if you're the dude in that scenario, I feel bad for you, bro.
I wouldn't say she's a piece of trash. I just say she needs to just reevaluate her stance and maybe take another look at how
find something else to grab a hold of. No one should own the fucking. Like, that's my biggest thing is everybody thinks someone has to be the one in charge of the fucking. There should be no one in charge of the fucking.
Both of you are in charge of the
fucking. That's what I'm saying. It should be an open. There doesn't have to be a fucking owner. One doesn't have to be the other. Like, it should be a thing that's fun, and sometimes one's going to want it more than the other, and then that's going to make the other one want to do it. And
it should just
the
be,
whole thing should be open and natural.
It should be understood that both of you always want it.
Should be natural, bro. Come on, man. It's about the love, bro.
It's about love and...
Quit holding the pussy hostage, baby. This is damn ridiculous.
Just get your tits out. Jesus.
Yeah, but fix that shit. That's bullshit. Change it. Next episode, though, we should be having Doug from Who's Right. Be the first time having him on. Really? He's now a huge celebrity with his shit with Who Are These Podcasts and Louis Gomez.
Oh, yeah. He's probably not going to come on our podcast.
He's a big timer now, Big Doug. I do want to talk to him, too. He had a little tidbit about our old buddy John on the new episode. I want to dig into that drama with old Dougie Poo.
And the unlistenable podcast.
And the unlistenable rumble. I saw Man Brain was already tweeting like a wild man about how much that pissed him off.
I know. Which, by the way, though, Dave, I don't know. I only listened to a little bit of it, but I mean, what he did do with the audio...
Did you see what John did to the audio to save me in the Comedy is Dead? Incredible.
Well, yeah, there was feedback and shit for the entire time you were on there, so I don't even know
it's
what
unbelievable what
wizardry and
him and Dave can do.
Black magic. Yeah, they're badass.
Yeah, props to both of you.
So I think you did a great job editing it, Dave. It is a clusterfuck with a bunch of people talking over each other, but props to your editing skills and John's, of course, because he's the man. But
yeah, so
right,
it is an undertaking I never want to do and never want to be responsible for a rumble in my life.
Rumble? No, I barely can stand editing just our podcast, and I barely edit it. Yeah. So I got too much shit in life that no. So
well, I'm good. Hopefully.
Let's bounce.
We solved some issues and saved some marriages.
And world peace and whatnot.
Everybody start getting your fuck on now. You gonna fuck something.
Yourself.
Shut yourself.